So as the weather warms up, there's nothing more fun than taking your dog to the park or down to a lake or someplace to have a good time out in the sun, having fun. However, you never want to leave your dog in the car. Even 10 minutes inside of here can be very dangerous for his health. On a hot summer day, the inside of your car heats up very quickly. The temperatures don't even need to be in the 90s to be dangerous to your dog. Think about this. On an 85-degree day, your car, with windows slightly opened, will reach 102 degrees in 10 minutes. After 30 minutes, the temperature will reach 120. Keep in mind that on hot, humid days, the temps can rise more than 30 degrees per minute. And remember that at 110 degrees, your dog can suffer heat stroke. Why is that? Your dog is actually designed to conserve heat. The only sweat glands he has are in his nose and in the pads of his feet, and those are inadequate to cool him on a hot day. Instead, his cooling process is evaporation through panting. But in a car's closed interior without fresh air, panting won't cool him down. There's no cool air to suck in and pant out the hot air. Once a dog's body temperature reaches 107 degrees, he has little time before suffering brain damage. If you run into an animal that is suffering from the heat, move him into shade or inside the air conditioning immediately. Apply ice packs or cold towels to his head, neck, and chest, or immerse him in cool water. Allow small amounts of hydration, or let him lick ice, and immediately get to your veterinarian. Remember, a good rule of thumb is if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your pet. So when outside, make sure there's good ventilation, plenty of shade, and plenty of cool water. And don't leave anyone right behind in the car. If you're delayed even a few minutes, you could actually kill your dog.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
I couldn't remember what it meant to fetch, or to shake, or even to run. All I could do was lie down, held captive by my own matted fur, neglected, broken. Incredible people removed the filth and repaired my crippled body. They helped me look and feel and trust like a dog again. I remember someone whispering, "We'll make it better." And after years of abuse, love did just that.
So I'm Pam Weiss with the Nebraska Humane Society, again talking about our Walk for the Animals, which is coming up on September 30th. It's our biggest annual event, and the reason why is because you can be absolutely anybody and attend the walk and work toward raising money for the animals. So joining me now is Hope Wicken. She actually is a team captain of one of our teams who raise money. People can come and individually walk and raise money, but you're part of a team, and it's called Yappy Pack.
Yes.
How did Yappy Pack get started?
Well, at the time we have one of our play groups, and it was at that time at Ralston Vet Clinic. And one of the members, Leah Butler, said, "Hey, you guys want to do the Walk for the Animals?" I'd never heard of it. And we said, sure, why not? And that was our start. And that first year we raised $3,000. And it was just a group of people that have animals. Most of us have our animals from the Humane Society. And that's how it started, and that was about 12 years ago.
So a majority of the individuals, obviously, who walk, raise money by soliciting friends and family and saying,
Correct.
Hey, give me $10, give me $20, this kind of thing. You guys do some of that, but you have some other ways of raising money.
Oh, yeah. We're doing fundraising year-round. We make dog treats that we make at Gerda's restaurant. She's gracious enough to allow us to use her restaurant. And unfortunately, Gerda passed away this year.
Yes.
But she's allowed us to use her kitchen on Sundays when she's closed. We also are at the Exarban Farmers Market every Sunday during the market season. We do bake sales. We run 2 play groups. The Humane Society allows us to use the meadow, and we run 2 play groups there a week. We do bake sales. We do craft shows. We do pups on the patio. One of our ladies, Nancy Bonner, who owns Omaha Bakery Supply, has a lot of contacts in the world, so she sets up all of our pups on the patio, and the restaurants we go to then give us a percentage that goes to the Humane Society.
So that's something that's utilizing someone in your group's contacts, right? Which I think is one of the powerful pieces of having a team, because you've got all different people that have from all different walks of life,
right?
And they're able to kind of leverage their friendships or their contacts in order to be able to provide opportunity for you guys to raise money.
Correct. Yep.
That is fabulous.
Yep. And like Nancy is also a member of the Omaha Corvette Club, so she also tries to tie in some of their meetings with our Pups on the Patio, so it gets more people. And Pups on the Patio has really taken off. We've done really well with those this year.
So Pups on the Patio, explain what that is for people.
Okay, we find now that Omaha allows dogs on patios at restaurants. We have certain dates set up. Our next one is August 29th at Cheeseburger in Paradise. And you can come have dinner with your dog with you. And the restaurant then provides us a certain percentage of their sales, and then that comes back here to the shelter. Then we have one at Cashio's, which is our no pups, no patio night, because they don't have a patio. But it's just stuff to get people who love dogs together, just like the Walk for the Animals. I mean, it gets people together that love dogs. And we're a pretty dog crazy group. They're our passion. We thoroughly believe in what the Humane Society does. And the Walk for the Animals itself is a really fun event. It's probably the most pet-friendly event in town, and to see that many people and dogs together and getting along is pretty amazing.
How do you keep your people motivated? I mean, I know it's tough, and sometimes that can happen. People burn out, whereas other people don't maybe contribute quite as much. But how do you get folks to do all that stuff?
Well, it's a strong passion. We have certain people that do certain things, like Chris and Leah Butler, who are still members of the pack. They have a child who requires 24/7 help, so they don't get to participate like they used to. But they do all of our dehydrated chicken that we sell at the market. We have some that, because of their work schedules, can't really participate, but they'll do something else. But it is hard. The more people you get, then you can widen what you can offer, and some can do more than others. But it is hard, but you have to ask.
Sure.
And we have, with our contacts we get at the play group, we keep searching people out, and if they show a certain desire for something or say, hey, I can sew, we kind of latch right onto them. Hey, would you like to make these? Because we make a lot of different things too. That we have the Green Spot offers to sell our items.
So do you do toys or dog?
We do
fashion or.
Yeah. We have one lady, Peggy Hoover, who makes all of our bandanas, and we just enlisted another lady. Her name is Ann, that is helping Peggy now. She makes about 800 bandanas a year.
Holy cow.
We have all sorts of everything you could possibly think of in bandanas. We make tug toys, and there's about 6 different people that make our tug toys. We're now making snuffle mats and snuffle balls. Like I say, the Green Spot sells them, and so does Animal Outfitters. So that helps in our sales too. And we're always looking for different things that will attract animal lovers that are safe, that are healthy, and good, and it's all for a passion for the Humane Society to help the animals find a home.
Now you guys do that. You guys do this year round. But if people were, if people are looking at this and saying, "Gosh, it'd be fun to get together," and I've got like 3 or 4 weeks to do some fundraising. I know that there are other groups that do some other things too. Garbo's does a pet wash. Some people do different pet washes.
Right.
I think what you need is a hose, some towels, and
Right.
someplace you can mess up.
Out here in the Humane Society's parking lots, we used to have dog washes here, and we have Mason, who we call our president. He's I think Mason is 10 years old now. He's Chris and Leah's son, and he participates in. He has almost since birth participated in. He comes to the bakes and cuts out the cookies and helps bag. But he also every year will sit out in front of his house and do a lemonade stand.
Nice.
And it's people say, well, that's not much. Well, every dollar counts.
Absolutely.
We have one lady who works for Hy-Vee, and her friends don't have much money, and I told her it doesn't matter. Every dollar counts, and she may not raise a lot, but she gets the most people to donate. Maybe $5 here, $1 here, but it all adds up.
Absolutely.
I mean, we may raise a lot of money, but we do it by selling $1.50 bags of dog treats.
And that's an interesting thing. That's one of the reasons why we at the shelter love the walk so much, because absolutely anybody can participate. You can come the day of. I think that if you aren't a fundraiser or you don't have time to fundraise and can't, you can come the day of. We ask a $10 donation at the door for people to come in, but you can catnap. You don't have to walk. You can get, and if you can get 10 friends to give you $1 a piece, you've got your your entrance fee. If you can get 10 friends to give you $10 a piece, then you've raised $100. So it's that aggregate kind of community feel that really makes a difference, and that's the power of it.
You just have to ask. I mean, when down at the market, like say our treats are $1.50. If somebody buys a bag for $1.50, we ask them, "Would you like to round up 50 cents for the Humane Society?" Very few people. I mean, maybe one in the day will say, "No, I don't." They'll round up, and then they'll say, "Here's an extra $1." We have...
You've doubled your profit right there.
Exactly. We are asking people all the time to, you go to the store or you have a favorite store and ask them if they would like to donate a gift card or a gift certificate or something that you can use in a raffle. You just have to ask. A lot of people, like on the emails, maybe they may not, they'll read it, but they may not respond. But if you hit them face to face, a lot of times they're not going to say no to you.
You're a brave woman, Hope Wicken.
You just got to ask. You just got to try.
Thinking outside the box is wonderful. Your ideas are great. You continue to grow. You continue to raise money. And so we absolutely appreciate you. I hope that you've inspired some folks out there to maybe say, hey, we could do that, or we could do a dog wash, or we could do a lemonade stand.
It just starts with one person.
It certainly
That's all
does.
it did.
And you're the person.
It started with Leah Butler.
Well, thank you so much for talking about Yappy Pack and for all that you do for the animals.
It's our
and
pleasure.
Good luck with your goal this year. I know it's a big
Yeah.
one, but you're working to raise it hard. So thank you so very much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks, Pam.
I didn't always walk this way, all crooked, like I had a few too many. It started after I suffered irreversible brain damage. I don't know what I did to make my previous owner so angry. Sure, I had a few accidents on the carpet, chewed a couple pairs of shoes, but I always tried to make up for it. Gave extra kisses, snuggled a bit closer. I'd sit and stay and wish myself invisible when the yelling got too loud. It didn't matter. I'm told that I was found unconscious that night. Amazing people gently nursed me back to health, waiting patiently by my side and surrounding me with love and the promise of safety. I was given a second chance. I once overheard a little girl ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe. But right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
Basic training involves several things. The first thing is the dog needs to learn his name. This dog's name is Diesel, so we're going to load that. We're very simply going to take a treat, say his name, and give him a cookie. Diesel. So he, makes his name fun. Diesel. We're going to do this several times a day. The other thing we want to do is be sure the dog has a marker word, a word that says, I like what you did, here comes your paycheck. It puts a little bridge between what the dog does and their reward. For instance, nice. Nice. And we're going to load that the same way we did their name. And we want to do it in all kinds of places, inside, outside, in the garage, all rooms of your house. So the dog goes, ooh, it works everywhere. Then we can take and pair that with a behavior. For instance, nice. Okay? He doesn't necessarily know what that behavior is yet. As he gets better and understands what that is, we'll put a word with it. Sit, nice. So he goes, okay, that's what it is. Sit is just a nice, polite part of the please and thank yous of the dog world. The other one we'll work on is a down. And in my world, down is put your belly on the ground. If it is they're on the furniture or have their feet on me, it's off. Down can only mean one thing to them. So if we start him in a seated position, take the cookie, head for the ground, nice. He doesn't know what I want. So we went part way. He kept his bottom on the floor, feet on the floor, started to drop his chest. See if we can go a little further. Whoops. Thank you. Nice. Nice, attaboy. That time he moved a front foot as well, which he has to do before he can go all the way to the floor. Nice, attaboy. So he got all the way to the ground. Once they can go to the ground about 9 times out of 10, very quickly, on the 10th time when they get there, I'll tell them down, give them their marker word and a cookie. So they understand that it's the position of being on the ground, not getting there. The other nice, polite please and thank you I like to teach dogs is a stand. We don't use it really often, but when you bring them in from outside and they have muddy, wet, icky feet, it's really nice if they'll stand there and let you dry those back feet off. So very simply, we put them in a sit, bring that cookie out a little bit, nice. Back feet get straight, mark and treat it. Nice. When he pretty consistently comes out of it, we'll tell him stand and mark and treat it. Stand, nice. Those are the nice, polite please and thank yous of the dog world. Every dog should learn them, unless there's a physical limitation of some sort. They're not tricks. Tricks are things like shake and roll over. These are the nice, polite please and thank yous of the dog world, and they should be willing to do them very readily for us.
I couldn't remember what it meant to fetch, or to shake, or even to run. All I could do was lie down, held captive by my own matted fur, neglected, broken. Incredible people removed the filth and repaired my crippled body. They helped me look and feel and trust like a dog again. I remember someone whispering, "We'll make it better." And after years of abuse, love did just that.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
So this is a little segment that we like to call Meet the Pets, and this is something that we're going to do to try to give you an up-close and personal look at some of the pets at the Nebraska Humane Society, see a bit of their activity level, and have a little bit of fun with them too. And currently, I'm here with Tiny, who's decided he wants to lie down. So this is Tiny. Tiny, will you come here and will you sit? I love this guy. He's a 3-year-old bully breed mix, so he's taller than most pit bulls. He's clearly not a majority. He's got some characteristics that we think are more pointer-like. So this boy is going to be the same size that he is now because he's 3 years old, and I love him. Oh my gosh, he's one of those dogs that wants to be involved with what you're doing, is very alert to his surroundings, wants to play, but also wants to do his own thing too. So, are you doing your own thing right now? So here, let's do a little cuddling first. So he loves to cuddle. I know. Are you a good boy? Yes, yes, yes. So this is Tiny at rest when he's just hanging out with people and enjoying his time with you. He will do this frequently. He's not one of those dogs that needs to be run 24/7 or needs to herd 24/7 or needs to do a lot of that activity, although he does love activity. When we do play, you want to play? You ready to play? Let's go. Come here, buddy. Okay, Tiny. Buddy, here you go. You want the ball? Get the ball. Get the ball. When we play, we know how to, oh, look at you. We know how to play by ourselves. So he'll goof around and play with a ball or a toy. I know. You want that? Oh, get that. And he'll throw it around and play by himself, so you don't have to exhaust yourself playing with him. He's happy to play by himself and enjoy your company with him. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We have him as no kids under 6 because when he gets really amped up, he can jump up, he can start putting his mouth on you to get your attention, and that a lot of times will scare little kids. And then they'll scream and run, and then game is on. So we have him as no kids under 6 until he can maybe not get quite as amped up and amp back down again. But he amps down pretty easily. I mean, here he is. We played. Now we're amped down. Will you come here, please? Come here. And sit. Nice. Very good. He's very treat motivated. He's super smart. And he'll be a great addition to the family. I mean, we are playing and we're goofing, but he can also be a real lover and a real cuddler. I know, right? Are you a good boy? Thank you. So this is Tiny. He's 3 years old. He's a bully breed mix. He's available at the shelter. And you can find all of his information as well as all the other animals' information on our website at nehumanesociety.org. You click on adoptions, then click on adoptable dogs, cats, or critters, and you'll find the species that you like. Hi, buddy. You a good boy? Oh, thank you. Our next pet up is Mika. Mika is an older dog. She's about 12 years old, so she's mature. She's clearly lived with another family, and she's very worried here at the shelter. So we call her, she just heard something, whoop, ears popped right up. We call her a bashful blue. Now, when she gets home and gets a little bit more comfortable, some of that terrier instinct may come out and she may gain some confidence. But right here at the shelter, it's kind of scary, especially for a dog who's been in one family for 12 years and is suddenly in a place where she doesn't know anybody. I know Pumpkin, and is a little worried about new sounds and new smells. We're a shelter, we're a great shelter, but we're still a shelter. So it's pretty scary here for some of these dogs who've never been outside of their own comfort zone. So Mika is a Yorkshire Terrier. She's a super sweet little dog. She came in with an ear infection, which is why she's shaking her ears, but we're treating that. She's pretty bashful. So she probably, at least to start out with, should go to a home where there are no small children. We have her as no kids under 6 because little kids under 6 want to come up and grab her and hug her, and that's probably the last thing that she wants. She wants to she wants people to let her know when they're coming, and she wants to be ready for it, and she wants to make sure that she's protected and safe because she's a little out of her comfort zone. So no kids under 6, maybe no kids under 12. And she needs a dog introduction as well. She's a little worried about other dogs coming up to her, so she'd want to meet the other dog in the household and see if she's comfortable with them. But she's a super sweet girl. She walks really nice. Oh, honey, she walks really nicely on leash. So let's give this a try. Will you walk? Come on, boo. Oh, here we go. Well, let's walk around, and I know that ear infection's bugging her. Got my back to you, sorry about that. But she's a really, she knows how to walk. She doesn't pull on leash and get too far away. She'll feel you tug. She'll listen a little bit when you pull. Me, come here, baby girl. Come on. Will you come here? Hi, baby. She's a little worried still, but she'll say hi. I know that leash is bugging your ears, isn't it? Yeah. So she's one of our older, sweet little dogs, but again, probably not the greatest with kids. Would be great for a quieter home. Maybe someone who just wants somebody to hang out with and, you know, do some light activity like walking around the block, and just being a companion, right, sweetie? So this is Mika, the 12-year-old Yorkshire Terrier. So this little person is named Ferb. Ferb is an 8-week-old boxer pitty mix puppy, and He is, oh, I'm getting puppy kisses. We don't get a lot of puppies at the Nebraska Humane Society. We used to, and I think that after 20 some odd years of spaying and neutering everything that leaves, we've really put a dent on the overpopulation, which is good. But when we do get puppies, we really enjoy them. So these little guys came in as youngsters. They've been in foster care. And Ferb and his brother Phineas, yes, I know, and sister Candy are all animals that that have been in foster care, are very well socialized, and are fabulous. So this little 8-week-old puppy is a sweetheart. Typical puppy, could go to any family. We don't know a whole lot about personality at this point in time, but super cute. Typical puppy will need to be potty trained, will need to have all vaccinations and shots. We've done the first part, but as puppies grow, they need more booster shots until they get to 4 months, when they'll need the rabies shot. So if you come in to adopt this little thing, you'll probably want to make sure that you're up for potty training, that you're up for maybe a little bit of obedience work later on, but to just love and socialize these guys, to give them a really comfortable home, make them feel safe and secure so they grow confident. It's a good idea to not take puppies to dog parks or to bring them into the shelter and put them on the floor, which is why I'm holding on to this baby. Because even though we are a very clean shelter, we're still a shelter, and the public comes in with their dogs, and we don't know who's been vaccinated and who hasn't. So these guys can pick up stuff from the ground. So it's a good idea to keep your puppy safe in your own yard without other public interactions until they're fully vaccinated, which is usually, I think, about 2 or 3 months. At that point in time, then, you can do classes, you can get them out into parks where other dogs are, and you can get them onto other surfaces so they become comfortable with walking on grass and concrete and wood and mulch and all those things that dogs will encounter in their lives. But this is little Ferb. Ferb is a sweetie. Ferb is very quiet right now, but when he gets with his brothers and sisters, he's a rowdy little puppy and loves to play too. So this little guy could go to just about any family who is in the mood for a puppy and looking for one. He will probably grow to be a medium-sized dog, so you want to be ready for that. He's not going to stay this size forever, but he's just a bean, and he smells really, really good. Thanks for joining us for The Dish. We'll have a new show once every 2 weeks that'll bring you more training tips and pet health tips, information about events that are going on at the shelter, and things that you as a pet owner can use. So for now, goodbye, but thanks for joining us and have a great week.